Good evening. It's Friday evening, and I've had a busy day today. I have been cutting hay. Yes, the diecast, crazy diecast builder is not only a trike racer and a car buff and a muscle car owner, he's also a farmer too. So I'm sitting down here. I got just a quick recap on a couple things, and this week I got a surprise in the mail. Um, from one of my viewers. His name is Tony Bellini. He lives in Michigan, and he sent me a nice letter, and he sent me some of his cars that he had when he was a kid. He's a little bit older than me, maybe by 10, maybe 5 to 10 years, and he likes what I do, evidently. And he sent me this really generous thing of one of his original 1969 custom Continentals. Still got the hood and everything. He said he's owned this car for 50 years, and he said it's time to pass it on, and I am honored to have it. Believe me. Just wanted to send out a great thanks. He said that he would like to see it on this channel restored, and I'd be glad to do it. He said when he was growing up, there was a show back in the late 60s, early 70s called Cannon, a detective show, and he drove a Lincoln Continental like this, and it was in a dark green metallic for the first season with a black vinyl top. Well, ask and you shall receive, buddy. And he also told me that when this is done, this may be a good project to give away on my channel. Well, I've never thought about giving anything away yet. Maybe in the notes people can give me some ideas on how to do a giveaway, since I'm pretty new to YouTube, so to speak. But I think it'll be fun, and it'll be a way for me to give back to somebody on my page or on my channel. So look forward to seeing this restored into a original red line, and you can see the one that I have in my personal collection that I did I guess about a year and a half ago. You see how cool that looks when you put the big fat tires on the back compared to the original with all that fender well opening. This one's done in Spectre Flame Magenta. It's been polished, and I tried to get it as close to original as I could. I just like the color. It makes it look like a big old pimp wagon. So you've never seen that one on the channel. That's from my collection. And so look forward to this build in the next month or so. We're going to do up a Cannon replica car in Spectre Flame Olive with a black vinyl top. And he even was nice enough to send new wheels, and they're deep dish red lines, which, you know, if you watch my channel, that's my thing. So also, he was nice enough to send me some nice old Yatmings and a Lesney Ford GT40, which we will do a restoration on. I'll have to order the number 6 for the front, and we'll clean that one up. And we got ourselves this really cool Chevy Blazer it's a Yatming. I had a lot of Yatmings when I was a kid too. I almost forgot about them. This one I'm not going to do anything with. I just think it's so cool with this a gold Blazer with the sunroof and everything. I'm going to clean this thing up and maybe try to pop these axles back in place. That's cool. So I love square bodied Chevrolets. I owned a couple myself in the past. I love these old Blazers. So that's going to be very cool to own. And I'm also a big Corvette fan, and this one's really in good shape. We're just going to leave that alone for now. It's another Yatming. It's the old Stingray style, which is my favorite. So they're welcome additions, and we have this cool Porsche Targa. It looks like the old one that Steve McQueen drove in Le Mans as his personal car. It was gray. His son Chad McQueen owns it now. It's a little bit busted off on the bumper. Maybe we can do something with this and do a custom on this one of these days. Put some nicer wheels on and give it a nice paint job. It would be really cool. So, and then today I get another generous donation from Tony, and in there it has this 1969 AMX. I guess this was one of his original ones that he did a paint job on. And he was also nice enough to give me some purple Humbrol enamel. I've never seen these little tiny, they look like a little miniature paint can. I've never seen those before. I've seen some people overseas use them, but I've never tried it. It looks pretty cool. And he also sent me some more miscellaneous red lines. I got some big ones and small ones and all that stuff. So, and he said maybe we'll do this one in, let's see what color it originally was. It's been well painted, so maybe it's nice and preserved underneath. I think it looks like it's a Spectre Flame purple. I see a little bit up there. That would be really cool. And I want to try that, since there's a shout out to Diecast Resurrection, who has shown the way to work with these Spectre Flames, especially the ones that will flash off super dark on you when you're painting. And he showed a way that you can work with them a little bit easier before they get too dark on you, to get good coverage. So maybe this will be a good candidate for that. And we'll do a full restoration on this one. Here's the one I did. This one was zinc plated. It's got a new hood. That's a reproduction hood. Reproduction windows, reproduction wheels, and that's in creamy pink. It's just a wild ass color. I really like it. So, yep, that's the one. I just brought these out of the showcase to show you some that are done. And it'll be a lot of fun. And like I say, put in your comments any ideas. He also sent me this. This is funny, because I think every kid in the United States before they had one did this, and you know exactly what that is. That's a 01. This is a Corgi Junior's Mercury Cougar XR7. It's got good windows and everything. I think some brake fluid. If I soak them in there, I can get that paint off. And this would actually be kind of cool to do up like it's like a 1970 almost. It would be cool to do up as an Eliminator, which are one of my favorite cars. And that'll be a future project. But it's funny because I had a hot smoker from Matchbox. It was a funny car, 68 Dodge Charger. And one of my we used to, big thing in elementary schools, take your Hot Wheels cars or Matchbox cars to school and play with them during recess. And one of my buddies, who's still one of my buddies today, says, "Hey man, I can take that home. I got some model paints. I can make that into the General Lee." I was like, "Well, sure." And well, a couple months later, I got it back. It looked about just like this. I should have known better. But yeah, that reminded me of that. So we'll be doing some cool stuff here. Tony, thank you very much. Put in your comments if you like what I'm doing here. We'll talk some more, and I hope that maybe some of my viewers will give me some ideas on how to raffle off a car. And also, coming up this month, on July 1st, it's 50s Day with our consortium with Time Rider and the gang. And I'm gonna do a 50s custom drag car, not a gasser, but it's gonna be a drag car. I like them sitting like this, and we'll throw some kind of cool ass candy paint job on it, and do something about the stance on this thing. I mean, it's tubbed, but no cars were tubbed in the 50s. So we will, stance is everything on a car, and this car has a bad stance, so we're going to fix that. Too bad it's not a post sedan. I would have made it into a 2-lane blacktop car. That's what I initially bought it for. Maybe we'll do one later on, but it'll be fun this month, so stay tuned for this car. It's got the old Falfa 55 chrome hood scoop on it. So I'm wondering if maybe M2 was planning on issuing this as a American Graffiti car, which would be incorrect anyways, because it was a post sedan, not a hardtop. So who knows? So have a Coke and a smile, and we'll strip this paint off here and make it something cool that people will remember, hopefully. But that's all I have. Just a quick 10-minute video. Wanted to thank Tony. I'll try to do your work. I'll try to do your cars justice the best I can, and I guess look forward to my video that's coming out tomorrow. I'm trying something a little different that you haven't seen me do before, so look forward to that. It's a little long. I couldn't figure out how to edit it down, but if I cut too much out of it, you wouldn't get the gist of what I was doing with it, because it was pretty much a pretty major job. So thank you to all my viewers. I try to, if you make a comment, I try to comment back. Might not be right away, but it's usually I'm usually pretty quick on getting back to you. I appreciate everybody's comments, and I enjoy talking to you all. So thanks for everything, Tony. Thank you, and we'll be in touch. Have a nice weekend, and have a happy Father's Day weekend.